Welcome. Tonight I want to go through a review of PsyQuation. PsyQuation just launched today and their goal is to make traders more profitable. They've got some behavioral software designed by traders for traders, as you can see here. Now they've got a really exciting and interesting perspective of helping traders become more profitable, and they do it through a number of key things, but really just trying to make you stop making mistakes so you can actually get on the right track. Now, as they say, you do need an edge first and foremost, so you do need to make sure you've got a positive expectancy when you're looking to trade the markets, which means for every dollar that you risk, you expect to get your dollar back plus a little bit more. So they can't help you if your system's a losing system. However, if you've got an edge and you've got a positive expectancy system, then they can certainly point you in the right track, and especially if you're inclined to be trading Forex and trading on leverage and you have a tendency to over leverage, then there's a very good chance that your wins are going to be quite large, your losses are going to be quite large, your drawdowns are going to be erratic, your equity curve could be all over the place. So I guess ultimately what they're trying to do is smooth out the equity curve, make it less rocky and bumpy along the way, and give you some really good perspectives of what you need to be taking into account when you're actually trading your own portfolio. A lot of traders actually don't realize the huge amount of risk that they're actually taking on their account. So today's the first day of the launch for PsyQuation, so it's the beta test. I was fortunate enough to jump on and grab an account with the beta test. So with this particular one, I did open a demo account. I opened the demo account. They only really gave one option when I was going through the check system there. So as I was opening up the account and putting in my details, I wasn't able to actually select anything but a new demo with advanced markets. So I've never heard of advanced markets. So I opened the demo with them, and the goal tonight was not to trade my normal system, but to do lots of trades just to see how PsyQuation would react and get plenty of information on there so I could actually have a look at how it's working. So you can always go to the PsyQuation website. It's just psyquation.com, and you can have a look through. It's really quite interesting. They've got a really interesting team behind them here. As you can see, they've got a lot of PhDs and so on. So let's have a look. As I said, the goal for tonight wasn't necessarily to make money or lose money or anything like that. I personally trade on a longer time frame, but in order to get lots of data, I guess you could say, for today's test, I wanted to go down to a 5-minute chart. So I opened up all the majors, a few of the crosses as well, plus a few of the indices as well as gold. So I went through the whole gamut pretty much. I never traded Euro US. It was in a little bit of an uptrend, but so choppy. I was just trading through this period here and actually took off. I like to trade in the direction of the trend. This is a 100 period moving average on a 5-minute chart, so it's going back over 100 candles in this case. So in this particular one, I missed the actually I think it was just through there, but in any case I missed the euro, so I never got onto that particular trade. Made a number of trades on the Aussie dollar, and the bias for this was short in this period of time, and then I was trying to go short and I was getting chopped out and losing trades through there. On the pound, I took a few trades short there as well. New Zealand dollar, same as the Aussie dollar on the New Zealand dollar. I was trying to go short through here, and then trying to go short as it was popping up through here. I was averaging into trades as well as it was reaching the extent and becoming quite overbought in this area here on the stochastic, and made a few losses on that one as well. Dollar CAD, I was trying to go long through there and made a good trade through there. Got on that one, got stopped out because of this long wick here. I normally don't put stops too close, and I averaged in onto this particular position. So I took a full position and had a stop a little bit too close, took a half position with a wider stop, and so I got half my position on that. So Euro, what do we got? Dollar Swiss on this one as well. I was trading long and then started to get chopped as it started falling away back to the support line down below here. Dollar Yen, I just made one trade through here and had a nice win. And gold, I was short then long. It's nice and range bound, so it was just hovering with the stochastics there, overbought, oversold. So I was placing a few trades and then took some losses as it started to break out of the range there. there. So I did actually place quite a few trades, and if we take a look at the trades, here's tonight's trading activity. So the account started with 10 grand. At the end of the day, I ended up with $58 profit after all these trades. So I started off trading a few of the indices, as I said. We didn't actually see that actually. UK, I went long, and US, I was just playing with some position sizes there, so made some profits to start off with, and then started trading the currencies. So just having a look at a few opportunities there. Made a good win there. What do we got? Pound, Aussie dollar, euro had a loss. Took a loss on gold, but I averaged into the position and had a win on the second position there. So didn't. Oh yeah, pretty much cancelled each other out. Then I took a nice little hit on New Zealand and then dollar CAD as well. US Swiss franc, wins and losses just through there. Aussie dollar, small loss. Dollar CAD, win. New Zealand, loss, and then dollar yen had a good run there and a miss, and then I was just closing positions in the end just to finish off a little bit of a test demo. So that was my trading history, and as you know, with MT4 you can always jump in. I don't know if you know where this is, but if you go to your account history, then you just right click and then you go save as detailed report. It's important to go save as detailed report there, and then what it gives you is this particular table here, and at the bottom of your completed trades you can actually see your equity curve, and you've got all these statistics. You've got your gross profit, you've got your gross loss, your total net profit, and so on. Good little equity curve, which is pretty handy. Percentage win, percentage loss, and so on. But now the whole key to this is actually having a look at PsyQuation. So let's jump back into PsyQuation here, and this is what actually reported on my trades as I was going through. So PsyQuation, it isn't live and updated, which isn't a problem actually. I found it quite fine. I was refreshing it every now and again, and it wasn't quite updating. Not a problem at all. I didn't find that too much of an issue. If you're a real short-term trader, sure, that might be something of concern, but given my time frame that I'd normally trade, certainly not an issue there. But nice easy dashboard to understand. I'm not actually sure what this level 1 and level 2 or however many levels it goes and why I'm 20% complete. I haven't got to that part yet. But I started with 10,000, so you can see I made $58 as confirmed with MT4. So I started off here, and as you can see, the green line is my equity, and then the yellow line is your VAR, which is your value at risk there. So as you can see, I was taking on a little bit of risk as I open positions, and what I was trying to do is probably have a stop loss of around $200, so 2% of my 10 grand, as you know, 2% rule and so on. So I was sort of trying to stick to that, and some of the position sizes were a little bit wonky with gold. I was a little bit large relative because I hadn't traded gold, so I didn't know what the position sizes in MT4 on the platform was giving me there. So in any case, as you can see, it's plotting all of this, but as another thing you will notice is that I'm getting alerts. So I actually thought I was a reasonably safe trader and that no alerts would come up. Now, I guess the whole premise, I better just backtrack a little bit. The whole premise of starting off with PsyQuation is actually to enter your, I guess, what your goals are. So I said I'm looking for a goal of 35%, and I'm willing to take an acceptable loss or a drawdown, or a loss, I guess you could say, of 20%. So that was what I actually stipulated there. So they're suggesting that this is a platinum league, and your target goal is in the platinum league, top 1% of all traders in the PsyQuation universe. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. Obviously, they're looking for people to have more realistic expectations of maybe 20% return with maybe an acceptable loss of 20%, so something along those lines. So if we go back to the dashboard, you can see at one stage there, my open positions, my value at risk was quite high. What I found quite interesting was it gives you the alert. So when I have a look at the alert, some really good information here that I just never knew, and it really opened my eyes to see what was going on. So your open position value at risk minus 17% is above the alert threshold, -3. So it says you are advised to reduce your open positions by 5.1 times. Hint, on one of the next 20 days, you are likely to experience a loss of 17.64%. Now it really starts to make you think a little bit more about what's going on and, oh geez, okay, I didn't actually realize that. So even though I'm just doing a demo account and trading reasonably within parameters, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to leverage my account 500 to 1 or anything silly like that. I'm taking positions with good stop losses, I'm monitoring it and so on. So let's go back to the alerts board, and the other alert that I did actually get was my dollar cost averaging. So as I said, I did mention that I did average into positions with some of them. They were going against me and I felt that they were still within the range, so I actually averaged into those positions. So it just lets you know that with dollar cost averaging, you are unlikely to achieve your return goals or remain within your drawdown threshold. So our research suggests that dollar cost averaging strategies significantly underperform non-DCA strategies, and that's probably true across the board for sure. You certainly want to be a bit more experienced if you're doing that, and make sure you've got your wits about your stop losses and you know the risk that you're taking on board. Alright, so getting back to the dashboard, as you can see there, so I closed all my positions by the end of the day, so I had a max drawdown of 4.8% for a performance of 0.59. So realistically speaking, I took a whole heap of positions, probably a lot more than what I would normally take, and I don't normally trade over this time frame, over a short time frame. You also get plotted down the bottom here. You can see your alert indicators, so that was 1 alert, and then I had 2 alerts. So that's red. Obviously, if this starts mounting up, you know, you're in serious trouble here. Something's not going right. You're in the danger zone there. So they also show you your gain loss probability. So it's saying forecast over the next month, I probably have a 56% probability of equity curve being above its current point. So that's pretty good. I like to see that. So it's a little bit of a forecast based on your current trading history. So that's a little bit of a look at the PsyQuation, bit of a review. Day 1, I just thought I'd jump in there and have a bit of a play around, place some trades and see how that went. Obviously I was actually up nicely at one stage, up 4%. And the account was looking quite nice, but then I went into a little bit of a drawdown through that period there to bring it back to pretty much break even. So over those 3 hours that I was trading, not a great result, but as far as PsyQuation, I really enjoyed it, got some good feedback. I like to see the alerts that were coming through. They were quite an eye-opener, and you can even set it up to your mobile phone and get an SMS to say that, you know, you're at maybe your accounts, you're in danger, you've got value at risk is a little bit high or something like that. So great work guys at PsyQuation, well done. I really enjoyed it and look forward to seeing the further developments coming forward. Thank you.